Hi guys. Hello. Happy Friday. I am here late today. Sorry. I got here when I got here. I like the way my lips look today. I did a really good lip combo. It's the same lip combo I've done for the past couple other streams, but I don't know. I sharpened the MAC pencil I used for the lip liner, and it looks really juicy. It looks good. Looks good. I like it. I like it. I noticed that my lips look really, really good with lip gloss. My lips don't look too good with matte lipstick. So I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. Maybe I haven't picked the right matte lipstick. Maybe I need to get matte lipstick that is uh like it has an ombre effect. You know what I mean? So quick makeup advice, I guess. So, whenever you get a lipstick or like you want to do like a matte lipstick combo, right? Um, and anytime you put on lipstick, you're gonna have your lip liner and then your lipstick, right? What you don't want to do is add the same color lip liner with the same color lipstick. Like you can do it, but you want to add dimension to your lips. So usually that kind of looks like your lip liner being a little bit darker than your actual lip color. It's part of the reason why I don't feel like I look that good with black lipstick on, because it's all just one color. It's all one color. So me with black lipstick doesn't look too good. But me with like black lip liner and like a dark brown lip stick, that looks really good. Because most matte lips aren't just one singular color. It's like multiple colors to add dimension. Usually, especially if you're like a darker skin tone person, you're usually going to want to use like different colors to bring out your dimension. But my lipsticks, my lip gloss and my lip combos look really good when I have a lip gloss on. I don't know why, it's just kind of what it is. um, so yeah, welcome guys. Welcome to my stream. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I'm coming to you to play some Borderlands, hopefully, but also I want to yap about some stuff first, so I hope that's okay. It's kind of like sporadic and all over the place, like pop culture and all of that. And also like rants that I've been feeling deep down inside. Um, so yeah, I guess I'll get started with that. Uh, I got an update from the job that I interviewed from, or I interviewed with. Um, and the recruiter said that I should get a response or an update by today. Um, I have gotten no response, though I am really not all that surprised because I did not do my first interview well. I keep looking on different news sources and just keeping an update and an eye on the economy. And the economy is really bad. And a lot of these companies are laying off so many people, so many people. I saw a video. I didn't watch the whole video because I kind of knew where it was going. But it basically said that women are going to be displaced from their jobs in replacement of AI. And then the video went on to say, this is why feminism is bad. And I was just like, okay, I know what this is. This is propaganda. I'm not going to watch this. You know, I know that usually I should watch people who have a difference of opinion than me, but I just can't listen to more like trad wife propaganda. Like, I just can't do it. I think we fully lost the plot and the culture shift when we started demonizing feminism. And like, call me like the woke stuffy female who's gonna end up as a single cat lady. I don't really care, but there was another wave of feminism before we threw it all away. that was fourth wave feminism. And I do believe fourth wave feminism was attempting to um, break gender norms while also critiquing the negative constructs of like capitalism and how patriarchy contributes to that. I do believe that. And I think what happened, and I've said this before, is that you can market third wave feminism. You can market girls get it done, girl boss, girl power, yeah, girl power, right? You can market that and it can contribute to, the system. You could contribute to capitalism successfully. You can't market fourth wave feminism and commodify it so that it can contribute to capitalism in the same way. You just can't. And by that point, there was more of an aggressive culture shift. I think that because we all stayed home during 2020, I think people like started to lose their mind the first time like jobs were getting let go, or there the first time that I saw like a mass layoff in my adult years was during the COVID and pandemic, due to, you know, the illness that was going on, right? But and the encouragement to stay inside because this was a really really bad virus that no one has ever heard of. It was a global pandemic. And so there was a request for us to all stay inside and at the very least wear a mask whenever we were outside. So I think what happened is people kind of crashed out because they could not trust the institutions put in place that said that they would protect them. And so they started looking for questions and answers online, went through certain pipelines, and now we've come out of it with an aggressive culture shift. And from that, we've came out of it by demonizing progressive movements like feminism. And so I can see why people would look at artificial intelligence, or women would look at artificial intelligence and be like, well, this is it. My true destiny in life is to get married and have kids and get out of the workforce because I can't wrap my identity around my career. If no one tells you, I'm going to tell you, even if you hate your job, you need to have money. You need to have money and you need to be independent. You need to make money the way you can, even if you hate your job, even if you don't like it. Okay? You do not want to be in a situation where you are financially relying on another person financially who can pull the rug from out of you if you don't do what they say, or how they want you to do things when they want you to do things. And that's what a lot of this trad wife movement nonsense is encouraging you. It's trying to coax and groom you into an idealized life of hypergamy. I guess in order to weaken the career pool. But see, the real gag is that even if less women go to work and work 9 to 5s, even if less and less women like stay home, cook and clean, take care of the kids, the husbands aren't getting the jobs either, girl. Like that's the real gag. Like the husbands aren't getting the jobs. And no one can survive off of a one income household. And content creators like Ballerina Farm and Nara Smith and all the other like Candace Owens, Pearl Davis, who encourage this traditional lifestyle. Even this woman who was trying to read this article about how AI is displacing women in careers and a lot of women are getting laid off from their jobs. It's like, but you're working. That's the gag. It's like people didn't like the girl boss era because it was doing the same sleazy nonsense that men in capitalism do, but with a pink bow. and catchy taglines and gas queen mentality, right? Now you got women online telling you to stay home, cook, take care of the kids, don't focus on your education, don't focus on your job. Your biggest priority in life is for you to keep making babies. That is your biggest priority, to keep contributing to the cycle, to a system that is going to keep you in poverty. The more kids you have, the more poverty stricken you're probably going to be, because there's no way the average person is going to be able to afford the kid. Just like multiple kids, point blank, period. Okay, there's a reason why birth rates in America are declining. People can't afford to have kids. Okay, and so, you know, the women who are telling you you need to stay home, you need to cook, and you need to clean are working. They're working jobs. They're probably working way more cushier and comforting jobs that pay them a lot of money, but they're still working. And they're telling you that you need to stay home and you need to not work. There's something sleazy about that. And basically, like, they're no better than, you know, the sleazy nature of the girl boss in the 2010s. If anything, they're more sleazier. But yeah, as a woman, like, I just gotta tell you, all my girly pops out there, you can't afford to give your finances up to another human being. And that human being could be a man, it could be a woman, it could be your family. I don't know. You can't afford to do that. No, you can't. You need to have full financial autonomy in the best way you know how. You have to. Um, don't listen to these influencers telling you that your biggest blessing in life and the biggest accomplishment you have in life is having kids and getting married. Having kids is really difficult. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's a beautiful thing. And congratulations to all the mothers out there. Shout out to all the moms out there. I think we undermined the importance of childbirth, especially what's going on in the government today, where we're taking away like women's autonomies to their bodies with, you know, leaving abortions up to the state. But the thing is that they care about you having the baby. They don't have any systems put in place to help take care of the baby. They're looking at you to do all of that and put all of that in your lap. They're looking at you to pay the unrealistic, almost mortgage priced daycare to take care of your kid while you're working 50, 60 hours a week. You and your husband, if you have one, trying to figure out where your bills are going to go, and then trying to figure out what like activities you're even going to put your kid in, because, you know, you can't even afford to you know, put them in extracurriculars anymore. Like, I look at the Olympic skater Alyssa Liu. Congrats to her. And her dad had said that he spent like, oh, okay, that's really small. Hold on, let me see if I can find a bigger one. Open image, a new tab. Okay, so this is really big. Ooh, okay, here we go. Okay, so her dad said that he spent like well over like 250 grand plus funding her figure skating career. And that's like her extracurricular activity. Extracurricular activities aren't cheap anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like we're not putting things in place for kids to have an environment to grow and flourish. We're just throwing it on the parents, expecting them to work it out. Where Alyssa Liu's dad had to spend a lot of money and invest a lot of time into making sure that his daughter, you know, was good enough to even like compete in the Olympics. You know, you have places like in Europe, like in France, for example, where they have like free ice skating classes for kids, you know, or like Canada, where they have like uh, sliding scale daycare or free daycare, universal daycare. You know what I mean? It's like, pay attention to what these people are telling you, because it's a constant effort to tell you to have children and to start families, but there's no solutions as to what you do after you have those kids and start families. It's just that's what you should do. And you got to figure it out. And you have all of these women at these Turning Point USA conferences, at these events, hosting events, starting storefronts. Ballerina Farm has a literal storefront. Nara Smith is working. Do you think if she was really do you think that if Nara Smith was homesteading for real, she would be homesteading in designer dresses? Do you really think that she would be able to do that? And I remember the discourse around Nara Smith, and how people weren't seeing what was actually going on with her. How there was this discourse about like, well, Black women are allowed to be soft, so let her enjoy her soft life, but also she's a Mormon and Mormons are kind of effed up. I saw the discourse on both sides of like defending her and also like shaming her as well. And like, in all honesty, bro, it's propaganda. And those women are working. They're working to sell you a dream. It's like 1960s, advertisements made by Manhattan advertisers. They're selling you an idea of what traditional homesteading housewifery should look like, but that's not actually what it is. You're not wearing designer dresses while you're baking sourdough bread. And you're not baking sourdough bread all day. If you're like a legitimate like housewife cooking and cleaning, you also have to put into account like it's work taking care of kids. It's free labor. It is a lot of work. It's very, very hard. I don't think a lot of men understand how much work it takes to raise a kid. I think that if they just show up with the finances, they're good. But like, you can't do that anymore, especially if your partner is also showing up with finances. You know what I mean? So yeah, just wanted to talk about that there's a lot of like propaganda about like, well, if AI is going to displace your job, you might as well just stay home and develop an identity around like what a woman's birthright is, which is to have kids and bring in more babies. And it's like, that doesn't have to be your birthright if it doesn't want to be. You don't have to have kids. You don't have to bring in babies. If you want to have kids, if you want to get married, that is awesome. And I love that for you. But if you don't, that's also okay. And that is also awesome. And I also love that for you as well. And we need to stop shaming. Really, we should probably stop shaming women on both sides. But we really need to stop influencing women on either side and just be very realistic about like some of the risks of, either being independent, self-sufficient, not having kids, not getting married, versus, not being as independent, getting married, having kids. We need to talk about the risks for both, like me saying that I don't want to have kids and I don't really want to get married. Like, I understand the risks behind that. I understand the social scrutiny I can be under, especially as Black women, because the way Black people dangle marriage in front of Black women's faces, the way we dangle marriage and the way we dangle like sick and tired of these single baby mamas and all that nonsense. Yeah, it's like pride to have a husband. You pride yourself in having a husband. You know what I mean? Like that's like a prideful thing, because we normally don't get that, I guess. But no, I'm good. I'm so good. Yeah, I wish we just stop doing the whole accountability conversation. Like, accountability is important, and some of the mistakes that we do make, we need to hold ourselves accountable for. But at some point, we need to come to terms with what's really going on. And what's really going on, especially with AI, is that I don't think AI is able to run at scale. It's not scalable to enterprise level. And so a lot of these companies are investing so much into artificial intelligence, but it's not bringing in profit. But a lot of these companies know that if they do their layoffs and they blame it on AI, their stock market prices will go up, because the stock market likes to see people investing in artificial intelligence. But our AI isn't making money like that. In some cases, I've heard that AI is a very, very useful tool, and it can be useful in the future if you train it, but you're going to need workers to train the artificial intelligence. You can't just fire everybody and then just have like a minute few train all these agents. I think it's going to have to be more intricate than that. And then it's also like the technology debate of, is technology helpful, or is modern day American technology helpful, or is it just another middle man making things more difficult for us? Like, you look at Uber, right? It was supposed to be a more efficient way to get a taxi service done, a more efficient way on the end of the client, and then a more efficient way for the provider to make money. And because of that, the taxi service went obsolete, right? Yeah. But eventually, I guess due to enshittification, it just became a more convoluted middleman that hasn't made our lives any easier. Like, there's still some kinks and issues with Uber. Uber is probably just as expensive as taxis now. You know what I mean? And I think the same thing is going to be done for AI. I don't know what it is about Western society, but it feels like we focus on making startups that don't really solve solutions and creating technology that doesn't really solve solutions, instead of, and just like being okay with offering another version of the solutions put in place. So if you're like a software engineer and AI advances, your job might not look like you being a software engineer and coding per se, but training an agent to do the coding for you that might have hallucinations, when you have a capable human that could probably code it a lot faster, a lot easier, without checking on this agent to make sure it's doing it right. It's just making more middlemen. It's not really efficient and actually helping people. And I think that's what we might realize. Oh, excuse me. We might realize with the AI boom. The bubble is probably going to burst soon, because there isn't a lot of money going into it. A lot of these AI companies are laying people off or paying people in like AI tokens, which I don't even know what that means. Like, not actual money. So I don't know. And if it fails, that's going to be a nasty, like, I don't even know if we could call it a recession. I'm pretty sure we're going to start calling things like a depression. Like, shit's probably going to get real. Because big tech invested a lot of money in it, and I don't think it's getting the return that they thought it would. And I also think that while it's great to make technology and the arts and things that are skills that people are well educated on more accessible, you also just can't be a natural expert at said skill just because you picked up an AI tool. Like, for example, Midjourney, and like the AI generated images, people's eyes have been trained to tell when like something is AI. And like, you're not going to have those design skills to understand what works in order to make meaningful art. And if your clients are people, they might feel a little iffy supporting your AI generated images. They should feel iffy. They'll be like, I don't want that. I want the real thing. I want something that someone made with their brain, not something from a computer. And the same goes for coding. A lot of software developers have been saying that vibe coding, right? Vibe coding doesn't write good code, it just writes code. And so the job of the software developer is probably going to be going in and fixing the AI agent that wrote the code so that it's more efficient. But I guess my argument is, why would you hire a software developer to fix the AI when you can just have the software developer do the thing? And the hope is like, well, when we train it, we won't need that person anymore, which is unfortunate. But I don't know. That's just like my take on like AI in general and job displacements. And I don't know, I've been thinking a lot, and I've said this before, but it feels like just to get an entry-level job, just a regular entry-level job, right? It feels like it's just as hard as somebody who is trying to make it in the entertainment industry now. Like maybe it's a bit easier. I'll let you in your mind figure out the range of a bit, but it just seems like it's all about who you know. It's all about putting in applications of applications on applications. It's all about apply. Now you got to have a LinkedIn. So now you have to have an online brand. Now you have to be active on that online brand. And if that doesn't work, maybe you might need a YouTube channel and need to be a specialist and write Medium articles. And I've said this before, but like, if I'm going to be doing all of that, I might as well do that as a content creator where I don't have to do it for a career that I'm not all the way interested in. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to start a YouTube channel talking about my career. Like, my career pays the bills. Like, I don't like what I do, really. Like, I think it's interesting, but it's not what I want to do. And I think it's completely okay for people to get into what they're maybe have a remote interest in, but not necessarily want to do, because you don't want to suffer burnout at the hands of pursuing your passion. But I don't know. It's just like, I'm just thinking like, and I noticed that Gen Z thinks about this a lot. Millennials are thinking about this a lot. A lot of us are like, what's the point here? Like, I really should have just gone to art school. I really should have just became a singer. I really should have just, did movie and television, because this is ridiculous. Like, corporate America is demanding that I brand myself in the same way for little money. They want like a content creator that they're going to be paying maybe like $65K a year for their company. Meanwhile, there's actual content creators on YouTube that are making so much money, you know? And I know it's few and far in between, and there are seasons where the money's good, and then there are seasons where the money dries up. But it's almost like, is this really worth it? Am I really willing to sit here and go through all of this nonsense, literal, like, what do they call them, humiliation rituals when I'm applying for jobs? Having to grovel and beg for a role, and then when I finally get the role, the job is just so exhausting. Yeah, I don't know. I think my last job that I worked like really broke me as a person, like mentally, because I looked at like my boss that looked like me, and I was like, I don't want to do this. And she would tell me that she had like other passions. Like, she did not want to do this job, but she only did it because it pays the bills. At this point, you might as well do what you're passionate about. Okay? Like, at this point, because you look exhausted, you look fatigued. I don't want to look like that every day, having to deal with people, having to deal like pointless meetings, pointless meetings, only for them not to implement the changes that we recommend. Like, I don't want to do that. So I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about how it's just as hard. It's hard getting a white collar job in the same way that it's hard trying to be an actress in Hollywood. Like, it's all just difficult. And honestly, it's all about like who you know and how much money you have too. And when I started to realize that even like the CEO executives that are at the top, some of them don't even have the credentials. All they have is the money. They just have the money. Like they are like children of wealthy people, or they are wealthy themselves, so they throw money at the situation and then they call themselves the founder or the CEO or CFO. Meanwhile, all these people below you went to school, went to college, got educated, did the work experience, know way more about the product than you do, and they don't get a chance at leadership. But because you have money, now you can buy your success. You can buy, like, what? And we're even seeing it trickle in art and media. Like, we're seeing it trickle in art and media. That's why I believe that, like, there was a video on YouTube that said that music wasn't good anymore. Like, music just sounds bland and it all sounds the same. Dude, I'm pretty sure that's why. Because you can't make like once you reach like billionaire status, you really can't make good art. You just feed people slop and they'll eat it up because that's their fave person. Twitter is slop now. Twitter, Elon Musk's new platform, now named X, it's legitimate slop. If it's not bots going back and forth fighting with each other, it's cringe ass AI images and uninformed takes, inaccurate takes, and inaccurate information. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? FD Signifier's video on Tyler Perry and how he was able to be so successful, and how he just kept feeding his audience slop. All his movies are awful, and it's not like he's incapable of making a good movie. No, he can make a good movie. 688 wasn't bad. That was a decent movie. And early Tyler Perry, I guess when he had more of a writer's room and he cared about workers and giving them bills and giving them salaries, it was good. It was good. But now it's just slop. It's slop. It's bad. It's awful. It's terrible. You know? The same reason why the Swifties were disappointed in Taylor Swift's last album. That was slop too. That was not well thought out. I don't know why she keeps clapping back at people thinking that it's cute. Like, if you're going to clap back, you got to do it. Like, you have to be clever with it. But she's clapped back at Kim. I think she subtly has been clapping back at Beyonce. I think her marketing team has been trying to make her compete with Beyonce, which is just so weird. So weird. She clapped back at Charli XCX in her last album. She clapped back at Travis Kelce's ex. And it's like, girl, this is not like girl behavior. I guess she came for Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know when Olivia Rodrigo is going to drop music, but like, I hope she, who's Olivia Rodriguez? Yeah, that's weird. I really hope she, snatches Taylor up. You know what I mean? Like, Taylor's been cosplaying a 16-year-old for the past 20 years. So, yeah, I really like Olivia Rodrigo. I think she's fun. Let's see. Olivia Rodrigo new album. Okay, the album is roughly 70% complete, but there's no official release date. She's gonna do fine. I love Olivia Rodrigo. She's so fun. Anyway, okay, so there's that on that. All right, so I'm gonna talk about some Bachelorette drama. So this season of The Bachelorette, this lady here, I guess she's from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Taylor Frankie Paul. Ooh. She's the tan one in Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? She's the tannest one? For a second, I thought she was Hispanic. Yeah, so she is in, okay, Taylor Frankie Paul, Secret Lives of Mormon. Yeah, she was in the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Okay. And then I guess the relationship between her and her boyfriend didn't work out. I don't watch Secret Lives of Mormon Lives. I don't care what Mormons are doing. Respectfully, I don't. I don't. But I guess she had like a baby daddy. See, and shout out to Jessie Woo for acknowledging this, but y'all will rake Black women in the mud for doing some of the ratchet shit that some of these white women be doing. Y'all will be like, first of all, she's Mormon, right? So she has to be married. She has to be married. Like, don't you have to be married to have a kid? Like, it's beautiful for her to have a kid, but it's very, very looked down upon that she hasn't, had a kid in wedlock. I would assume it's Mormonism. Right. So Taylor Frankie Paul was originally on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and then whoa. I guess this is her baby daddy. This is her BD. They look happy together. And then she did she was doing The Bachelorette. So let me make this image big. Hopefully this isn't weird. Let me open up the IG. So she was going to be on a season of The Bachelorette, but they ended up canceling it because a video was leaked of her abusing her BD, her baby daddy, which I'm glad that, consequences were addressed. I'm glad that there were consequences for her behavior. I'm very, very glad about that. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I don't really watch The Bachelorette. I don't like The Bachelorette never really interests me, nor did The Bachelor. There was a season where I was watching The Bachelorette, The Bachelor, Bachelor on Paradise back to back to back. But I think it was because I was bored and in the house in the pandemic, and not because I actually cared about these people's lives or what they did. I felt like I knew that Colton was on The Bachelor, and that Colton ended up being gay. Which good for Colton. Good for Colton. But why play in those women's face? Right? So I'm glad that he's like with a partner and they have a baby. Their baby's cute. Good for Colton. I'm happy for Colton. But yeah, that's crazy. They look so happy together. But yeah, that's all I remember. Danish Deception lady, Onyeka. Onyeka was also in The Bachelor. I think she was in Colton's season. Oh, that's not the Onyeka I need. Bachelor. Yeah, this is Danish Deception girl. She was on she was in Colton's season. She was in Colton's season. And she didn't last, and then she went and did Bachelor in Paradise. She didn't last there too. Yeah, that's just her on Bachelor in Paradise. She did not make it. I don't know. It was so cringe seeing her on there because it just felt like the people weren't coming in to like support her, I guess. Like she didn't fit in well. I don't know. The suburban Black girl in me just cringed for her. But yeah, Danish Deception was in Bachelor. So I don't really know much about The Bachelor like that, but is anybody really even watching The Bachelor like that for real? Like, I feel like more people are watching Love Island than The Bachelor. Like, that's the new swanky show that people are watching. Like, I feel like The Bachelor is for an older generation of people, but people are still interested in it. But yeah, they canceled this season of The Bachelorette because leaked footage of her abusing her boyfriend or her BD had came out. And I'm glad consequences were made for domestic violence. It's not cute. It's definitely not okay if you're a man, but it's also very not okay if you're a woman abusing another man. So good on them for taking away her opportunities. But yeah, that's just something that I noticed. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Huda. This woman is too pretty. This woman is too pretty to be acting the way she do. Sometimes when you know you're a bad bitch and you know you're cute, right? You have to come to terms with you being too cute for the bullshit. Like, you have to be okay and at peace with you being too cute, too pretty, too attractive to be carrying on in the way that you do. Right? Like Saweetie, for example. Saweetie, she don't pick fights with people. Remember when like Cardi B and Saweetie got into it at an event? Oof. Bro, every time I'm reminded of like Cardi B nonsense, I just realize why I'm not that much of a fan of her anymore. And like Saweetie just kept it cute and classy, even if she was fooling around with Offset. That's not okay. But she just kept it cute and classy. She's not gonna go back and forth with you. She's not gonna get out of character for you. Oh no, because she's a pretty bitch. Pretty bitch music. She's too pretty for that. And Huda's way too pretty to be carrying on the way she does. You know, for those of y'all who don't know who Huda is, she was a contestant on Love Island, the same season that Olandria and Shelly were in, and Nick was in, and Taylor was in. I'm just listing names because those are the only names I remember. And while I do my spinning bike, I was watching Love Island for inspiration. That does help. Like, if you have like body composition goals, while you're working out, like while you're doing like light cardio or whatever, or walking, watch Love Island. It will keep you inspired. It will keep you motivated. Okay. So I would do my little bike for 30 minutes and I'd watch like episodes of Love Island. I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was just watching clips. But like from time to time I would look up and I'd pay attention. And I noticed something about Huda where she really just seemed like the one who wasn't like going along with the program. You know what I mean? Like it felt like she was taking things a little too seriously on that show. She was kind of territorial with Jeremiah, though Jeremiah was not a good dude. Like, I did not like Jeremiah and the way he was like leading her on. And then I guess when she moved on to a different guy, I don't know. It just seemed like anytime a girl was like coming to talk to those men, she just got very territorial. Like, hey, you need to stay away from him. That's my man. That's my man. That's my man. And I'm sorry, Love Island does not give Love and Hip Hop baddies energy. It does not give my man in my Young Miami voice type energy. Okay, it gives like, we're here for the vibes. Hopefully we can find love, and if we don't, that's okay. That's what Love Island gives. It gives that at the end of all of this, the end game is exposure. The end game isn't for me to find love with somebody on a heavily edited, filmed reality TV series. And I think people are in on it. And I think that's why the chemistry in that season was so good. Because the way, like, you know, Olandria and Shelly and all the other members, I think there was someone named Hannah there. There was also a Puerto Rican girl, Adriana. She was really pretty. Like, everyone just got along. Before Cece was let go, because of the things that she said on Twitter, like, everybody were friends. And it wasn't so much about, you know, like, love was at the top priority, but like getting along and having a fun time, they really had that chemistry in that show, you know, and in that season. And it just seemed like the way Huda was, or the way she was edited, because we really don't know what was happening behind the scenes with production. It just seemed like they were really giving her like, I'm the territorial, chaotic Hurricane Huda edit, you know, like I'm that type of character. And like, you do need some discourse in reality TV shows to keep people talking. you need drama in reality TV shows to keep people talking, but it just felt like whether the editing was portraying her that way or whether she herself was like actually that way, it just felt like, girl, I don't think you like, to me, I was looking at Huda like, I don't think you see the end game of like what becomes of this when you're done with this season. Like, I don't think you see the end, the light at the end of the tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel isn't for you and Jeremiah to win all this money. The light at the end of the tunnel is for you to build a brand after you've been exposed to the public or to a different audience on Love Island. So let's talk about what happened, okay? Because after the show, I haven't really heard much from her. She did a podcast where she kind of came out about how her dad had sexually assaulted her. Ooh, can I say that? Had essayed her. Sorry, y'all. Had essayed her. And a lot of people really weren't like receptive to that in the way that I wish people were a little bit more receptive to. I think this was coming off of after the season had ended and they did the reunion. Huda was kind of like attacking Olandria. I haven't gotten that far in the show yet, so I don't know what exactly happened in the reunion, but discourse happened in the reunion show, and then a tweet was posted of an edit of Olandria's face on George Floyd's face with Huda's face on the police officer that had his like knee on George Floyd's neck. Yeah. Not a good look. And I remember talking to my partner about this, and I was like, well, I don't understand why Huda didn't come in and like put her fan base in check and be like, we don't do that over here. That's some racist BS. We don't do that over here. Olandria, I'm sorry. This isn't cool. Like, I don't stand for this. You know, I might have had choice words with you at the reunion, but I'm not about to be this problematic. This needs to come down. And my boyfriend was like, well, maybe the agency that she's with or her management team told her not to do anything. I don't know. I just feel like if I were in that situation, I would absolutely speak out whether or not management liked me. I would be like, oh, no. I'm not going to bring another woman down like this. And I'm not going to make fun of a traumatic I'm not going to make fun of a traumatic event that happened in history from the past like 5 years. Oh, no. 10 years in the past 10 years. No. That's like equivalent to like making fun of 9/11. And when 9/11 happened the first time, when 9/11 happened, you could not make any parodies, any jokes. Like, media and television changed right after 9/11 happened. Hands down. Right after 9/11 happened, media and television changed. Oh, yes. Yep. So when that happened, I think people, like the general public, just started to receive her a little bit differently. Like, people were like, oh, that's your game? That's your game? That's how you do? Like, you're not going to be a girl's girl and be like, girl, Olandria, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I don't support any of this. I'm sorry. You're just going to let that slide with your fan base? You're not going to put your fan base in check? So then the podcast happens. I think it was with Call Me Daddy. Was it the Call Me Daddy podcast? Yeah. Huda. Yeah. And let me tell you something. Huda's body was tea in the Call Me Daddy podcast. Huda has a nice body. And she's a very beautiful woman. Which is why I'm like, what are we doing for real? Like, what are we doing with the recent Huda discourse? What are we doing, girl? What, like, we're not thinking end game. So she goes on the Call Me Daddy podcast, and yeah, she looks good. Like,
literally do a video of your body in this dress.
She looks amazing. Body tea, body Lipton. Again, we're too cute to be fighting like this. We're too cute to be fighting. We're way too cute to be fighting like this. Not stacked like this, not stacked like that. No, 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 no. We're way too cute to be fighting. Anyway. Anyway, Huda was on the Call Me Daddy podcast, and she basically talked about how she was assaulted when she was a kid, and people kind of didn't receive that well. They were like, okay, this seems like trauma dumping. I don't know why she is trauma dumping all of a sudden. This is like really, really weird for us. Ooh, hold on. Do I have people in chat talking to me on Twitch? Add panel, my chat. Okay, no one's talking to me, but I have 5 viewers. That's weird. I didn't know that Twitch liked Love Island discourse, but anyway. So people were like, Huda, you're trauma dumping. And then we didn't hear from Huda anymore. I think Huda did the Logan Paul podcast? Did she do the Logan Paul podcast? No, she didn't. That did not happen. Sorry, JK. But she did do a campaign. She did do a Call of Duty campaign with Logan Paul in it. She was in there. And that makes sense because like her target demographic is like horny teens. Okay, because you like when Huda at the beginning, okay, I wasn't watching Love Island when it was going live, but at the very beginning when Huda came out, you came in with a raid. Oh, hi, raid. I never get raided. That's funny. Hello. Okay, that's cool. I hope you like Love Island discourse. Okay, anyway. Yeah, like when Huda first was released to the public, like she was like the mainstays on the Love Island show. A lot of people were like, oh my god, Huda's a baddie. Oh my god, Huda's so fine. Oh my god, Huda. It was like Huda, Olandria, Shelly, all of them bad bitches, all of them tens across the board. Okay, across the board. All right, so she really got like good reception from the public, even if she was problematic. Even if she was a little hostile, even if she was a little territorial. Okay, but again, like capitalizing off of it in the same way that she capitalized off of it like a little bit with like the Black Ops campaign. But like really, that's the only campaign I've really seen her do. I haven't seen her do too much with like Logan Paul and someone else. I haven't seen her do too much. So let's talk about like the recent Huda discourse, like why we're here today. And then I'm going to make it all make sense. Just give me a minute. I hear about it on the occasion, so I'm down. That's awesome. Yeah. I don't usually watch shows like Love Island. I only watch it when I work out. Because like, let's come on now. Huda's body's tea. Olandria's body's tea. Everyone's bodies on that show is tea. And like, if you're feeling inspired and you want your body to look a certain way, it might behoove of you to watch Love Island while you go on that spinning bike, while you get your steps in. It really might behoove of you. Okay. All right, let's get into the drama. All right, so recent drama with Huda. So we're coming off of Huda at the end of the show tries to put Olandria in check. Her fan base does something incredibly racist. She does not put that fan base in check. Then she comes on the Call Me Daddy podcast, is talking about her experience growing up in a Muslim household and what she had to deal with. People aren't receptive to that, though I do wish they kind of were, because no woman deserves that. You know what I mean? But like, I can understand because we're coming fresh off of like Olandria v Huda drama and that Twitter discourse. So like, people aren't going to receive that well. After that, she kind of lays low. Then we see her do this Call of Duty campaign, right? And like, that's great. Good exposure. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. We see the end game, the end goal for being on a show like Love Island, right? Then it's quiet. Okay, it's quiet. I don't hear anything from this woman. All I hear is discourse about like Huda v Olandria and Shelly. That's all I hear. And like all the discourse and social commentary based off of the two. That's all I hear. All right. Then it comes out like 2 days ago that Huda Mustafa sent disturbing texts to Louis Russell, and they were leaked. And his ex was encouraging him to get a restraining order against the Love Island star. Okay, so Huda Mustafa spoke out on social media on Tuesday against claims that Louis Russell's ex-girlfriend, Nicole Oliveira. Sorry, guys. Shout out to my Latinos. Made against her in court documents after a judge granted Nicole a temporary restraining order against her following claims of threats to both her own life and to Nicole and Louis' young son. The 24-year-old Love Island star took to her Instagram story with a statement as telling text messages reportedly between her and Louis were leaked on TikTok. I'm aware of what's being said. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so this is a cute little Instagram story. Like the layout from like a design standpoint, it's cute. But the content within the story, not so cute. All right. I'm aware of what's being said and it's not true. I'm handling everything the right way by letting legal take care of it. I appreciate everyone who continues to support me. Okay. As Huda defended herself against Nicole's claims, Reality Receipts podcast host Storytime with Rikiki, is that the name? Leaked a series of messages allegedly between Huda and Louis. In text believed to have been sent to Nicole from Louis on February 20th, just before 5 a.m, he told her, "Nick, shit is so bad, bro. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to have to tell you in person." Then when Nicole responded by sending contact for a person named Chelsea, Louis told her, "Call the police from when I come up," and added, "She's bugging," seemingly in reference to Huda. All right. Nick, shit is so bad, bro. So Louis, this rapper, I guess, Louis, is saying things are bad. I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm going to have to tell you in person. Chelsea said something. Nick, call the police for when I come up. She's bugging. She's bugging. The following day, 18 photos were sent to Nicole at 3:05 in the afternoon, and it was these messages that were used to help Nicole get the restraining order against Huda. All right, let's watch this little TikTok. Okay, so let's watch this TikTok. So right now, do we know what's happening? Louis was dating Huda, and then Huda sent threatening text messages to Louis. And Louis texted his ex-girlfriend, Nikki Oliveira, "Hey man, like she's crazy." So we're gonna like see the text. Hold on, let's see.
Were submitted into evidence to help his baby mom, Nicole, get a restraining order against her. This screenshot was provided to me from Nicole. As you can see, it is a message from Louis on February 20th.
Y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm pronouncing Huda's name wrong. It's Huda. It's Huda. Okay,
At
sorry.
4:56 a.m. Nick, shit is so bad, bro. I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm going to have to tell you in person. To which she responds with a contact. This goes on to say, Nick, call the police for when I come up. She's bugging. So this was on February 20th at 8:09. It is unclear when Louis actually got to her apartment. But we do know, according to the text messages, that Huda arrived at 1:08 a.m. The screenshot shows drop off at 1:08 a.m. The next.
Okay. Whoa. Let's read what was said. Okay, so this is the text message she sent Louis. "Why are you not answering? Dropped off at 1:08 a.m. You believe me. Here's what are you doing? Are you cheating on me? You're cheating on me." Hold on. I don't even know what's said underneath that. "Remember where you told me her window was." Okay, this is advice to the ladies, okay? Again, especially if you're a bad bitch, if you're cute, if you're pretty, do not get out of character like this over a man. Please do not get out of character like this over a man. If a man is cheating on you, you let him go. You let him go. You cry. If you have to cry it out between you and a bottle of tequila, whatever you got to do to cope, don't do this. Don't send him aggravating text messages. Don't be, you're cheating on me. You're cheating on me. Don't do that. Don't do that. And you know, I'm trying to be sympathetic because I've been in situations like this before when I was younger, not to this extent. But you're not gonna catch me like crashing out. Like, best believe if my partner cheated on me today or tomorrow, I would be sad and I would cry and I would grieve, but I'm not gonna crash out. I had like, no. I'm too cute for that. I am way too cute for that. No, I'm just gonna exit stage left, do what I gotta do, and get my shit together. I might cry to my girlfriends, but I'm not. No closure, no nothing. It's just we're done. Okay. So this right here, no. And then it also gives like paranoid when you start accusing people of cheating on you. It gives paranoid. It gives either you've done that before or you've been with men who keep doing that to you, you know? And I don't like to do the, well, you got to pick better argument, because like that is not productive. Like people nowadays can be so shitty and toxic to each other. But that just shows me that before you get into a relationship, you really got to heal first. If you just immediately are going to, you're cheating on me.
Yeah. The next day, you can see that 18 photos were sent, text messages that were submitted into evidence to help grant the restraining order. 18 of these photos were sent. Only 7 of them were made public. I will try to gain access to the rest of those messages because I'm very curious to see them, if there were any threats to children made. Considering that he is the one that provided these messages that helped her get the restraining order granted, I would assume that Louis was in support of the restraining order, or else he wouldn't have provided evidence to help her get the restraining order. However, this is all getting really, really messy. These text messages were submitted into evidence. They were sent by Louis Russell himself. As I previously mentioned,
his girlfriend is pretty. Look at the little hand tattoos that she has. I don't know who Louis Russell is, real talk. Also, do his hands not look like AI over here? His hands look kind of like AI. His hands look like AI. Like this looks like an AI generated image. But I don't know. Random topic. Okay. I love that everyone's getting hand tattoos now. I think that's so cute. Every day I get this closer to like wanting a tattoo. But hand tattoos are so cute. I love them.
All went down about a month ago. Huda and Louis are fine. They are back together. He has since posted her on social media. They were together last night. So all seems to be well as far as their relationship goes. However, things are not resolved between Huda and baby mama because a temporary restraining order has been granted, and they do have an upcoming hearing on April 3rd. Louis Russell is the
so is this Huda? Is Huda
one
here?
that provided the text message that were submitted into evidence. They were sent by Louis. Huda and Louis are fine. They are back together. He had a month ago. Huda and Louis are fine.
Okay, so they're back together.
He has since posted her on social media. They were together last night. So all seems to be well as far as their relationship.
Okay, so it seems to be well in the relationship. Okay, well, that's weird. Another message is reportedly sent from Huda to Louis. She warned, "Bye, my sweet, handsome man. Your beautiful girl loves you more than anyone you'll ever know." And cryptically stated, "I knew this would happen. You don't care if I live or die. You're already in someone else." She continued, although Louis encouraged Huda to get help and go to the hospital. Again, you do not want these niggas getting you out of character like this, okay? If you're a grade A crash out, don't let him find out. Crash out away from him. Huda told him she wasn't safe and asked him, "Do you care?" She then declared, "I'm going to blank your baby mom's house," and proceeded to share an Uber screenshot. "I'm in the Uber now. I'm about to be at Nick's," she texted. "Are you cheating on me? Are you cheating on me?" She went on. Huda then stated, "I remember where you told me her window was." Yeah, this is psychotic behavior. Okay. "I'm not in a safe place, Louis. Am I even allowed to tell you these things? Do you care? I'm just going to leave." Okay. So we already read this. "I'm going to your baby mom's house in an Uber now. I'm about to be at Nick's." "I'm at her house. Where are you?" Huda asked. "In the apartment, knocking at every door." She continued along with the photo from inside Nicole's building. That is creepy behavior. So again, okay. Advice for the ladies, all right? Why are you going for the other woman? If you have beef with the guy, you have beef with the guy. You don't have beef with the other woman. That guy chose to engage with the other woman. He did not. She did not, like, sure, she might have chosen to engage with him, but that guy made that decision. You have beef with the guy. You don't have beef with the other girl, and you do not go to her apartment and stalk her. Like, you, what? No. I know the area you said the apartment was. How can you do this? It's 1:30 a.m. and you expect me to believe you're not with a bitch? You never answer that. You never don't answer this much. Yikes. Yeah, okay. Huda really needs to go heal. Like, from all of these text messages, this woman need to go heal. She need to go heal. She has no business being in another relationship, because if you're already assuming, I don't know if he did anything with Nicole, but if you're immediately assuming that he's with his ex because he's not answering his phone, you need to relax. Other messages Huda sent reportedly included, you tell me you don't want me to die, and this is driving me to that point. I promise you on my daughter, I won't be here tomorrow if I don't see you. What? Ma'am, you're a mom. Let's lock in. Let's get help. Huda is due back in court on April 3rd to further address claims against her. All right, let's watch this.
The Reality Receipts podcast has the text messages between Huda and Louis that got the temporary restraining order against Huda granted. If you do not know what's going on, let me catch you up really quickly and then we will get into the text messages. But TMZ reported earlier that the mother of Louis Russell's child filed a restraining order against Huda for making threats to unalive herself and for breaking into her apartment building. Now, TMZ initially...
That's like what toxic men do. Like, when they feel like the woman is breaking away, they will crash out, freak out, and be like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna off myself. That's exactly what they do. No, that's not good.
The story. I do have a copy of the report. So as you can see here, it says on February 20th, 2026, Huda Mustafa landed at LAX from North Carolina and threatened to jump off of a building, swearing on her daughter's life that she was going to off herself. After about 12 hours of terrifying and extremely mentally unstable threats against her, her daughter, and my son's lives, she Ubered to where my son and I live, and she broke into the building uninvited, obviously. Based on the report, it looks like Louis Russell was there visiting his son at the time as she tried to break in. And the text message detail exactly what happened here. So the text thread starts with the top of the building that she's threatening to jump off of. She says, I'm always honest. I'm sorry I lied about what I lied about, but I was always honest.
No. That's manipulative. That is big manipulative. Okay? Like, okay. Advice for guys real quick. I'm not a guy, but like, if a girl's doing this, if she's like, I'm about to do it, you might need to, like, you should probably end things with her, because it's only going to get worse, right? This type of shit is only going to get worse, right? And make sure she seeks help, because this is insane. This is not okay.
Man, your beautiful girl loves you more than anyone you'll ever know. You're not with Ollie. He's not in town. Louis says, I didn't call the police. She says, I knew this would happen. Louis says, you have to seek help, Huda. You need to go into a hospital. Just go back to your room and I'll see you tomorrow. She says, I'm not safe. I'm not in a safe place, Louis. Am I even allowed to tell you these things? Do you care? I'm just going to lay here. I'm not at the hotel, by the way. Don't know if you care about that. I'm going to your baby mom's house. I'm in an Uber now. I'm about to be at Nick's. Why are you not answering? This is the contact poster and name for reference. Then she sends a screenshot showing that she is in fact on the way to her house. She says, you believe me? Here's proof. What are you doing? Are you cheating on me? Are you cheating on me? You're cheating on me. I remember where you told me her window was. She goes on to say, you're destroying me and you don't care at all. Not an ounce of you cares. You don't care if I live or die. You're already in someone else. Then she sends a photo of her being in front of the building. She says, I'm here. Where are you? I'm at her house. Where are you? I'm standing here until you come out. I'm not leaving. You answer everyone but me. Yeah. And you think I believe you love me. You don't love me. You don't care about my well-being.
What are we doing? No, guys, y'all should never let a person that you're interested in get you this angry. And I don't even think Louis really did anything. I just think Louis just didn't feel like answering his phone. That's like controlling issues. If you have to have, like, if you do not trust your partner enough where you be crashing out like this because they didn't answer their phone, we have some security issues and we probably shouldn't be in that relationship. Because like let's just say the worst scenario, he is cheating on her, right? Oh damn, that sucks. Well, I guess we got to move on to the next one. Like, that's really where you have to be with like dating nowadays. It should not be this serious of a crash out.
Never did. You just found something to leave me over. Then she sends a screenshot showing that she's now inside the building. She says, I'm in the apartment, so either you see me right now or I'm knocking at every door. I know the area you said the apartment was. How could you do this? It's 1:30 a.m. and you expect me to believe you're not with a bitch. You never don't answer this much. Then she says, when it's flipped, I always answer. You're taking it too far. You're making me go crazy. Is this satisfying to you? I'm not leaving until I see you. You don't love me. You never did. That's why it's so easy for you to leave. I always stayed through everything and you would blow up my phone and threaten me and hurt me and I'd still be here. This is torture you're doing to me. I never.
Is that true? Is that true? Let's go back. I'm trying to be fair here.
And threaten me. And
I always stayed through everything and you would blow up my phone and threaten me and hurt me and I'd still be here. Was he really threatening and hurting her? Is that real? Like, I hope that's not true. I hope he wasn't attacking her. I'm side-eyeing Louis a little bit. Sorry.
And I'd still be here. This is torture you're doing to me. I never once did this to you. You tell me you don't want me to die, and this is driving me to that point. I promise
you should never get to this point. No.
I won't be here tomorrow if I don't see you right now. Louis, I promise on my daughter, if I don't see you right now, I won't be here tomorrow. So as you can see, those messages detail exactly what was in the restraining order request. The restraining order has been granted. Based on the text messages, it appears that Louis and Huda broke up over something she lied about, and she crashed out about it and showed up at the mother of his child's apartment.
Okay.
And went as far as to getting into the building. The restraining order has been granted, so I will keep you guys posted on any upcoming court dates, and I will stay on top of the story for you. But I do hope that Huda gets the mental help that she desperately needs. Huda and Louis.
Okay. Let's go back, guys. Let's go back. All right. Ooh. Okay, so back to the end game, right? End of tunnel. All right, so when Huda was on Love Island, I remember how discourse was circulating around her, and it was mostly positive. It was like, oh my God, she's so fine, she's so beautiful, she's a mommy. A lot of y'all have mommy issues. A lot of y'all have mommy issues and it's showing, okay? Like, chill. So they'd say that, like, they'd be like, oh my God, what's her glute program? On Pinterest now, to this day, when I look up like building glutes, like exercises to do, her program is still on there. Like, I see her routines on there. Okay. Like, she's, she was a gym it girl. Like, everybody wanted to know how to get a Huda body. Everyone was like obsessed with Huda. She was well received by the audience at the beginning, and it almost felt like because she was so pretty, people were making excuses for how she was crashing out on the show. To be fair, though, Jeremiah was problematic AF, and I did not like that man. I did not like how he was playing games with Huda. I didn't like it. Maybe there was something different in the raw footage, but in post, in editing, like, it just felt like he was playing with her. I did not like that. Okay. Already there was a good brand about her. Remember when Megan Thee Stallion came and she was, like doing the with her legs, and everyone online was like, Huda isn't doing civilian moves. She isn't doing civilian moves. She's probably, she probably dances, she's probably a stripper, and then on TikTok, how to do the Huda dance, how to do the with your legs. You know what I mean? Like, there were a lot of memorable and iconic moments with Huda to like really like encapsulate her brand, right? And so then we get to the end. She's trying to clap back at Elandria. All that drama happens, which I didn't wish that would happen, because she had the building blocks to really separate herself as her own personal brand away from Love Island in the same way that Olandria has done. Sure, maybe she wouldn't be able to walk at Vanity Fair. Maybe she wouldn't be able to go to, the Netflix screening event for Bridgerton and then have Netflix's Twitter change from title change to Nicolandria or Bridgerton or Olandria or whatever, or be able to go to these award shows or just kind of get the exposure that Olandria has gotten in Love Island. But she could have made a very cute little brand for herself after Love Island ended, even if she wasn't picked, even if she didn't win the show. She really could have. She really could have. And like, I'm trying to be fair because she's only like 24 years old, right? Like we did do a lot of dumb shit when we were young. Okay. Like, so I'm like 7 years younger than her. Yeah. So like, I did some dumb shit when I was young. Like, come on. Like, I'm still doing dumb shit right now. Okay. And I say some dumb shit all the time. Right. And I've been in conversations with guys where they have gotten me out of character in that way. It hasn't resorted to me wanting to like, or tell him that I wanted to off myself. If anything, I was just telling them off. Right. I would like to think now if I was single, I wouldn't do that. I'd just be like, all right, dude, whatever. Like, bye, ghost, right? Like, I don't care. But I just really wish she would have saw the end goal for her being on Love Island. That the end goal wasn't for her to find love with Jeremiah or whoever else was on the show, or to like whittle into another, squeeze her way into another relationship with another like D-list rapper or whatever. I don't know what Louis Russell, like, I don't know who Louis Russell is. Sorry, sue me, but I don't know who Louis Russell is. The end goal was for her to find a brand, capitalize off of it, and start some sort of foundation for herself as a media personality in the same way that Olandria did. That was the end goal for her. Got lipstick on my mic. Sorry, guys. But that was the end goal. Like, it wasn't supposed to be like this. It wasn't supposed to be my current Boo Things BM is filing a restraining order against me. I'm telling you, people were looking at Huda's glute routine before she was on Love Island. They were like, how do I get my glutes like Huda? How do I get a body like Huda? Huda's body is so T. And her body was T on that show. Her body was so T on that show. She looked so good on that show. She looks good now probably. But it was like, it's like, girl, like, what are we doing actually? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? And now looking back, this is like a good example. Like, I hate to go there, but I'm gonna go there. This is what happens when like pretty girls that are like the preferences, right? This is what happens when you let them get away with too much. Because I've said this before, but Huda has always reminded me of the girls that I used to go to school with. I went to Catholic school all my life. It'd be the white girls that would always flirt with the black guys, right? Like, they'd always like flirt with the black guys all the time. And they would crash out and they would do crazy stuff. Some of the Latinas do. They'd crash out. They'd do crazy stuff. They'd like, chew them out, they'd cuss them out, so, all types of crazy nonsense, right? And like, the guys would just let them do it because they're pretty. She got a fat ass though, she's hot. And it's not, I'm not gonna put race into it. I'm not gonna say like the black guys, like just guys in general, just kind of fetishizing, like that exotic Latina, exotic passion, and like, that's not cool either for the woman. Like, you should not be boiled down to a fetish. You know what I mean? But like, Huda always reminded me of the girl that was like allowed to crash out because she was always the preferred one. Whereas if someone looked like me crashed out like that, oh, why are you being so aggressive? Why are you being so this? Why are you being so that? Like, you need to chill. You know what I mean? And that's always why I was just kind of like, I don't know about Huda, because it's not so much like me not liking, well, I mean, I don't want to say I don't like Huda. I'm just like annoyed by like her antics. You know what I mean? And I'm very much so not a fan about how she handled that whole post with Olandria and the George Floyd, like that was awful. That was really a chance for her to be like standing in solidarity and be like, whatever happened on that show, you don't bring it here and don't do that. But like for some reason they didn't let her do that, or like she didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, Huda just gives me vibes that like she gets away with a lot because she's the preferred beauty standard. And the same way that they would not let Olandria get away with any of that shit. You can kiss Vanity Fair appearance, Emmy Award appearance. You could kiss all that shit, VMA Award show appearance. You could kiss all that shit goodbye if she was acting a fool like Huda was. Yeah, you could kiss all of that shit goodbye if she was acting the same way Huda was. Okay? Like, and that's what irritates me, you know? Very quickly, but I see the same thing happens with Cardi B. Yeah, which is why I'm not really like a fan of her anymore. First of all, one of the reasons why I'm not really like a fan of Cardi B is because I just don't think the music is as good as everybody thinks it is. Like, respectfully, like, she has a likable personality, but I've noticed that she's been able to get away with portraying negative stereotypes of Black people in Black spaces as a non-Black woman and get celebrated for it. But then in the same breath, like a Sexy Red will get demonized and a Sukihana will get demonized. And that definitely has to do with like some sort of colorism, some sort of, I don't know if you could call it racism. Well, maybe, like, yeah, probably racism. Like, that's why that's happening. But like, let Cardi B look like Bernice Burgos. Let me show you Bernice Burgos, the LeBron James of baddies, because both of them are Dominican. This is the LeBron James of baddies, okay? I saw a tweet a long time ago saying that Bernice Burgos was like top tier elite IG baddie, old school. Like, if you know, you know. Okay, no. Why isn't Bernice Burgos' picture big? Wow, she has a Facebook page? Bernice Burgos official. Okay, so this is kind of what Bernice Burgos looks like. I don't know if I'm allowed to post this without getting in trouble. Right? If Cardi B looked like Bernice Burgos, it was her shade, she wouldn't be able to get away with half the shit she does. She wouldn't be able to sit at the Met Gala. She wouldn't be able to get the photo shoot with Vogue. I can promise you that. Okay? I can promise you that. And I don't know, just stuff like this discourse that happens with Huda, it's very much so like, y'all kind of let her get away with the antics, because for a while, up until the Olandria drama happened, for a while, people were just making excuses for her, and they were siding with her, and they were like, yeah, girl, you know, Hurricane Huda, it's okay. I'll take care of you, mommy. It'll be okay. And it's just like, no, like, she kind of has some toxic behaviors that she might need to go to a therapist and work out. And I guess you can argue that when she went on that Call Me Daddy podcast, it was people finally coming to terms with, okay, maybe she needs to go talk to somebody. Like, this is bad. But Huda very much so reminds me of the girls that are preferred, that kind of get away with acting this ratchet. God, I don't want to say ratchet, like, sorry, but like acting this way. And, you know, people just going with the vibes of it because she's cute and she's hot and, you know, she fits the beauty standard. Huda's beauty definitely appeals to the male gaze, very much like a Kim Kardashian type of look, dark hair, olive skin, beautiful woman, brown skin Barbie. Okay, shout out to my brown girlies. But I'm just kind of like calling it like I see it. I think it's very unfortunate that she had to deal with a lot of issues with men in her life, but I really think she needs to go heal from this. Like, this is not a good look. And I really, really wish that she would have just started the YouTube channel right after Love Island. Like, I would check on the other Love Island contestants' pages. I would check on Olandria's page, and I noticed that Olandria was doing very well for herself. Like, I follow her on Instagram. She's doing phenomenal. I love her. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. Very poised, very classy, very elegant, can get into these doors. And even now, people still give her hate because, like, well, why is she here? Like, she's just a Love Island contestant. Let it be Huda. Everyone's going to be like, yeah, it's Queen Slay. And I think that's the point a lot of people were having about this, the cultural discourse, the social discourse around Love Island had a lot to do with that. Like, people did not like the fact that a different beauty standard was getting celebrated and basically getting the Alex Earl treatment. People didn't know how to handle that, even down to the way Olandria was edited, because she got the It Girl edit. She got main girl edit on Love Island. I don't think a lot of people, especially middle America, especially people who look a certain way, I don't think they knew how to receive that, because for once their standard of beauty, which always favors them, and I'm trying to speak cryptically because I don't want to talk about race all the time, but when the standard the standard doesn't benefit them, when the standard doesn't fit with them, and it's a different beauty standard, right? I don't think a lot of people know how to take it, and I don't think a lot of people in that demographic know how to handle it because they're no longer being centered. A good example, okay, I hope I'm tying this together, but when Black Panther came out, like the trailers came out, and there was a lot of like right-wing propaganda, like, well, where are all the white people? Why aren't there white people in this movie? Why is it all Black people? I just don't feel comfortable that there isn't a lot of white people. Where is the diversity? Or even like the Bad Bunny Super Bowl performance. Well, like, where is the white identity? Like, why does it have to be in Spanish? And why are there all these Latinos everywhere and not a single white person? Not knowing, like, not understanding that there can be like white Hispanics. There can be white Hispanics. So already we're ignorant. We're ignorant and we're racist. Cool. So it's kind of like that. It's like you see an attractive woman that might not be the standard of beauty that celebrates whiteness, and then you sell that to middle America, and then they're like, which is like predominantly white. When I say middle America, I mean white people. You sell that to white people and they're like, well, what do I do with this? Like, how can I relate to this? Well, I don't know about Olandria. I don't know about Shelly. Like, why are they getting all this treatment? Why do they get to be at this Netflix special? Why do they get to do this and that? And that's, and I just don't like it. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels when you are not centered, when you are not represented. Cool. Most brown skin, dark skin, Black girlies have been dealing with this their whole entire lives. Congratulations. We had to see life through this lens. Congrats. And I feel like people don't like that, you know? But I think a lot of people expected that Huda was supposed to be the ones doing those brand deals. But it's just like, I don't know, like, after the show, it just seemed like she fell into one pitfall after the other. She did a collab with Huda Beauty and Huda. Yeah, they did a collab together. And then all of a sudden, that stuff came out, that racist stuff came out about Huda and Olandria, and I think the collab got taken down. And I'm over here thinking, well, girl, ma'am, Miss Ma'am, like, this is what happens for real. Like, this is exactly what happened. This is why you should have stepped in, and you should have been like, hey, I don't stand for any of this. I don't stand for any of this. Well, what's going on in the comments? My message comes from a land that has been held hostage for 46 years. And through people like Huda Beauty, it has been whitewashing the blood of young lives who are buried under the piles of earth with a world full of beautiful dreams for the sake of your humanity. I beg you to boycott Huda Beauty and block her. What is Huda going through? Is Huda like pro-Israel? Hold on. Okay. Huda Katan decries smear campaign after pro-Israel lobbyists demand support for remove her products. Okay, so then why are we upset with Huda? What's going on here? Okay, like, geez. Like, Huda said that she supports Palestine, so like, what's going on? Why are we... And sorry, that's like a I sidetracked a little bit. Because listen. All these makeup brands are problematic. If you're shopping at Sephora, like, just know all those makeup brands in there are problematic. Is Jackie Aina still in Sephora? Like, if you're on that time, I'm just saying, if you're gonna boycott one, you boycott all right? And it's really hard for me to cancel certain makeup products or makeup lines, because all of them are problematic. I just realized that Estee Lauder, the heir to Estee Lauder, was associated with Epstein. And he owns a ton of beauty products. Guess who he owns, girl? He owns MAC Cosmetics. I am dying right now. I am like, no, I love MAC. I think for a while, I'm just not going to talk about the makeup products I use on my face. I'm just not going to do it. But it's like stuff like that where you like demand that certain companies like talk about things, and then they do, and then they don't talk about it enough. Boycott Huda Beauty Products. She is supporting Iran dictator who killed 50,000 people in 2 days. I don't know what's going on. I'm reading the comments, but it's just like really hard to like if you're into makeup and stuff and like you want to buy stuff, it's hard to do proper activism in late stage capitalism. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism, I guess is what I'm telling you guys. But yeah, she did a collab. She did a collab with Huda from Love Island. Huda Beauty did a collab with Huda from Love Island, and then they took it down immediately because all that problematic stuff was happening with her and Olandria behind the scenes. Okay? And that's what I'm talking about, is like the end goal isn't to get fed up, mad, and angry and crashing out and when you don't get what you want on this reality TV show so that you get the problematic edit. And then when the show ends, go hop on another dick. D-list rapper dick of all things. Not NBA player dick. Not billionaire dick. Shit, not even streamer dick, because I hear those streamers make money. No, we're like a D-list rapper dick. Okay, cool, bet. But like, what's the end game there? What's the end game there? Like, we got to think end goal, end game. End goal and end game is we start a foundation for ourselves. We don't send text messages to men saying that we're gonna off ourselves when we don't get our way. Hopefully he's not abusing her. If he is, like, girl, I really hope she gets out of that situation. But it's just like, girl, what? Like, what are we doing? Like, man, if I was on a show like Love Island, oh man, you'll hear it here first. If love happens. But I'm really there for the opportunities. And to connect with some pretty cool people and to have fun and look hot on camera. I'm not here crashing out over dick that's not interested in me. Are you kidding me? Hell no. I know what the angle is. You do these influencer shows, and then when it's over, you build a brand for yourself. You sign yourself off to an agency. You get opportunities. You get brand deals. I'm pretty sure Amaya, she won the show. She has brand deals. That's what you do. Why are we hopping from dick to dick? No, girl, we don't have time to hop from dick to dick. No. And then the dick got you so stressed out that you over here on buildings saying I'm gonna jump off them if you don't talk to me. No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm gonna enjoy my little 15 minutes of fame and I'm gonna make it work to my benefit. That's absolutely what I'm gonna do. Even look at little Amaya. Look at Amaya. Look at, I think this is a brand deal. I don't know. But she's modeling. She's doing brand deals. Again, that's the end game with these types of shows. The end game isn't to find love and crash out on everyone when you don't get your way. What should have happened as soon as Jeremiah was playing with her, she should have been like, listen, all right, I see what it is. I see what's going on. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over here and talk to these other men over here. I'm going to go to, what was his name? Ian? The blonde haired dude? Love Island season 7. Blonde hair guy. What's his name? Austin. She should have went right over to Austin. And she should have thrown it back and been like, Jeremiah, goodbye. You know Austin would have had a funky old time with Huda. You know he would have. You know he would have. He seems like the type that'd be into Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian type. He's not that cute to me. I don't know. Some people were saying that the guys weren't that cute. I like, he has charisma. I don't like, why does he have, like, these tattoos are weird. I thought he was cute though. Ace Green was cute. And then that guy from Georgia, and that Asian guy on Love Island, he was cute too. That guy from Georgia was like, I'm here to talk to Orlandria. Not USA. Georgia guy. Him. Big Dog. Georgia's own Jaylen Brown. That was a cute man. Okay. And then, I'm so sorry to do this, but Asian guy. Zach. That was also a cute man too. That was a fine Asian man, okay? All right. And then, okay, this is crazy, but now that we're on the topics of guys, Taylor. Okay, a lot of people didn't find Taylor attractive. Okay, a lot of people didn't find Taylor attractive, and I get it, right? But if Taylor was into anime, I would be very attracted to him. If he was into anime, I'd be very attracted to him. But only if he was into anime. I don't know. He has like that nerdy boy cute about him that I liked. But I also saw that he was like picking on Olandria a little bit, which was kind of weird. I don't know why he did that. But yeah, a lot of people were saying, oh my God, he's not cute. And I was sitting here thinking, you know what? If he watched anime, he would be cute. Like, that's where my mind went, because I don't know. I've been around guys that look like Taylor, and they have a swagger about them that's kind of charismatic. You know what I mean? They just got that little swagger. But yeah, no, Endgame of Love Island is not for you to find love. Not, if it happens, it happens. That's great. But real talk is not for you to find love. It's there for you to get exposure, just with all of these reality TV shows. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, The Real Housewives of whoever and wherever we're at, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Bachelor on Paradise. Going back to Onyeka real quick. Danish Deception girl. She was living a very comfy life after The Bachelor. She, like, look, Us Magazine is still, Bachelor alum Onyeka Ehi says she made the grave mistake of marrying a con artist. See what I mean? She understands the end goal. She understands the end game. She understands it. She does. Like, she went on The Bachelor, it didn't work out for her, but now everyone's familiar with, like, who she is and what she's about. And so now she makes this new series called Danish Deception. Really wasn't well received, though I have opinions of that. Actually, I could talk about my opinions about Danish Deception. But, like, she was able to kind of capitalize off of her being on The Bachelor, and that's what kind of got people interested. Mind you, Danish Deception wasn't well received at all. But, like, this made it to Us Weekly, Us Magazine, all right? End goal. These reality TV shows are not real. They're not real. How can they be real? Love is not real on these shows. The end goal here is for you to find, open up opportunities for yourself. That is the end goal. Olandria is the end goal. Huda is not, okay? Like, I'm so sorry. I really wish I hope Huda gets some healing. I hope she, you know, I hope she, goes to therapy. I don't think she should be in a relationship. Post, like, damn, start a YouTube channel and post workout videos. Everyone want to know how to get glutes like Huda. Everyone want to know how to get Huda glutes. Start a workout plan, sell it online, call it Huda glutes, like, or Huda glutes. You know what I mean? Like, do that, please, please, please. But yeah, that is crazy. So now that we're on the topic of Onyeka and Danish deception, I'm gonna do a crazy analogy here. Okay, because I've said this before. The reason why Danish deception didn't perform in the way I think Onyeka wanted it to perform is because she's pretty. Like, okay, two things. She's pretty and her name isn't Olivia, and she does not look like an Olivia. Her name is Onyeka. That's why it didn't perform in the way it did. Is she an idiot for falling for a con artist? Absolutely. Absolutely. This woman is not smart at all. If you guys don't remember Danish deception, this woman, Onyeka, came online and talked about how she married a con artist. And throughout her entire story, you could kind of tell that she still, like, the wounds were still fresh. She still hadn't really healed. They kept going on trips in the story that she told. She kept talking about how they kept going on trips, like a lot of trips, even though he kept asking her for money, and that he lied about his area of expertise, what he did, that he was in the Olympics, that he was a Danish prince, all of this nonsense, right? Which, like, the average person who isn't, like, thirsty to be picked and in love would obviously be like, oh no, girl, like, you're lying to me, you're playing in my face. It was down to the point where they were hanging out at a bar, and he asked her what she does for a living, and she said influencing in real estate, like social media and real estate. And he was like, really? I have a marketing company for social media and real estate. Can I see your Instagram? Do you have IG? She shows him his IG, her IG. He's sizing her up. He's trying to find out what she's interested in. Oh, I do those things too. How does he know? Like, I can't believe he did all these things. He's perfect. He's perfect. No, bitch, he's not perfect. He's scamming you. And, like, you know, later on, it comes out that this man was, in fact, scamming her. Like, yes, ma'am, scamming, absolutely. And she comes out with a story. Throughout the entire story, they're traveling a lot. They're spending a lot of money. She's giving a lot of money to him. And he's also asking the family, her family, for money as well. And then the story started to kind of fall apart because she started making little comments about like, it felt like self-hating comments. I'm not first generation Nigerian, but it felt like self-hating comments about, like, Nigerian culture and how Nigerians operate. Something about Nigerians being scammers. And then she found out that her husband, or her, I guess now ex-husband, was with an escort, and she was like, and he's with this prostitute, and this prostitute is so nasty and dirty. I don't understand why he would want to be with a girl like her. Like, this is just so disgusting. And I'm just over here like, girl, feel like you are not over this. Like, you should have waited at least like a year or two to talk about the story, not like almost immediately, because you still have wounds, you are still hurting, and you are projecting blame, not just on, like, you still love this man. Like, this man is the source of your troubles, not the people that this man has been associated with, especially not a sex worker. Like, come on, right? So the story comes out, and everybody dunks on her. Everybody dunks on her. Everybody dunks on her. Everyone's like, this woman is delusional. This woman is so stupid. Like, why would you give a man money? And the question, real talk, is like, why would you give this random man that you met in Croatia money at another country? Like, that's big time scam. That's big time scam. Big time scam. No. Why would you even believe that he was also a prince and he was in the Olympics, but you did not do the research yourself to confirm? Like, it's giving, I'm a Nigerian prince, please give me some money email. Like, that's what it's giving. And you fell for the okie doke. And it's also giving a little bit of self-hatred because you kind of fell for the okie doke because he was a white man. He was a Caucasian male. She even said it. Oh, he had blonde hair and blue eyes. Girl. See, and white dick is going to get you in trouble every single time. Y'all be propping these white men up like they're the solution, and they are not. They are not. They are not. They are just as dusty as these black men that you keep dunking on. Real talk. Real talk. That's why you shouldn't dunk on black men. But like, they can be just as dusty, if not worse. Okay, and you blinded by the blue eyes and the blonde hair. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, this whole story was not handled carefully. It was not handled with grace. I would assume this was Onyeka's like, who the F did I marry moment, and it did not pan out in that way. And I've had theories. The first theory I've had is, again, her name is Onyeka and it's not Olivia. She's not a white woman. And so already there's like a disconnect to your target demographic of, like, you know, scorned women who have been affected by guys who have like scammed them or done like toxic stuff in relationships. And already they can't get on board. Not only is her name not Olivia, but also she is very attractive. Like, I'm just going to call it like it is. She's very attractive. And it's not just that she's very attractive. She does very well for herself. She makes a lot of money. In her Danish Deception story, she was talking about how they would just keep going traveling. They just keep on traveling. They go to Paris. They'd go to Croatia. They'd go to Italy. They'd go to Greece. Like, girl, if you traveling that much, you got some coin on you. You do. You got it. You got it like that. Okay. So you're black, you're pretty, and you got money. Okay. Not a lot of people are going to relate to that, or going to try to relate to that. And then factor in, which is also very important, you got a little self-hatred in you. You got a little self-hatred in you. But I think people would be willing to bypass that if it was like if this was an Asian woman, if this was a respectable minority, a model minority, like an Asian woman, if this was a white woman, even if this was a Hispanic woman, like a white Latina, you know, like, they would be able to override that. They would, in order to listen to her, you know. But girl, that's why this didn't work out. And I think I'm the only one of the only few people who's kind of calling it like I see it, because don't get me wrong, she's like very messed up in the brain. It's giving Candace Owens Light a little bit, like, in the brain, and like, sprinkle, I'm gonna find me a white man, like, divestment, like, that's what it's giving. And it went wrong, you know. And no woman deserves that. Let the record show that I said that no woman, especially no black woman, deserves that. And I do believe that black women should go where they're loved, you know. Please do that wherever that might exist, you know. But I also think that she did not get a lot of grace. She did not get a lot of grace because it was so hard for people to try to relate to her. Risa Tisa got a lot of grace because, she held herself accountable throughout the entire story of Who the F Did I Marry. She definitely held herself accountable. She definitely, held herself to task where she messed up. And that's because there were a lot of years in between the story being told in real time versus when it actually, the things actually happened with her and this man that she married. So she was able to reflect and show when she was accountable. But she also just kind of looks like me when I don't put on my lip gloss or my wig. I don't think Risa Teese is ugly. I don't. I just think that she just looks like a regular everyday black woman. And that isn't as intimidating as like someone like an Onyeka that looks attractive all the time. You know what I mean? That looks very attractive on camera. And, you know, you could call me superficial, that's fine. But like, I'm calling it like I see it. If we're going to have conversations about pretty privileged discourse and who has it and who doesn't, yeah. When you are a woman that isn't fitting the current beauty standard, but you cannot deny that you are, that people can't deny that you are conventionally attractive, right? A lot of folks feel threatened, especially when the beauty standard has centered around them. Okay, like this is just real talk, right? This is like this girl talk, girl talk. Like that's just how it is, and it. In some spaces, you might feel like you have to shrink yourself. I know I've always felt like I've had to shrink myself when I make other people feel uncomfortable for shining too bright in my looks, and my fashion sense, because I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. I don't want to be seen as a threat to people. But at some point, you got to learn how not to give a shit about that and just move on. But like, yeah, definitely Onyeka. I think she would have gotten a lot more grace if she looked different and if people could see themselves in her, even if they could see an idealized versions of themselves in her. It would have still been effed up. And I'm pretty sure, like, if she were Asian, like that one Asian TikToker that constantly airs out Asian business and discourse, I don't know her name, but like there was a time on TikTok where a lot of Black folks were into Asian like race discourse and drama, right? Coming hot off of the "do you side-eye white people at the H Mart" controversy. And there was this one Asian woman that just kept clocking. She said, "No, we're gonna have table talk on TikTok, bitch." I love her. Oh my god, she was so funny. She said, "No, we're gonna have some table talk on TikTok. We're gonna talk about it right now." I'm airing all Asian folks' business, right? It's kind of like I think that woman. If Onyeka was an Asian woman, I think she would have at the very least clocked her, you know. But I feel like a lot of people would have been like, "Oh, well, let's give her grace. Like, it's okay. You know, what's wrong with taking a chance at love? It happens to all of us." Yeah. But Onyeka, it's like, no, she's Delulu, F her. Okay. And I think it's because of how she shows up. Like her presence can be threatening to some people, if not threatening, non-relatable. And then like you have like, and then like you celebrate white dick, and that's like a different conversation. But like, anyway, now I want to talk about this lady. I don't know what this lady's name is, so let me see if I can find it. Shrill author. Because I just found something very interesting about this lady, Lindy West. Okay, that's her name, right? She made the book Shrill, which turned into a Hulu series. It was 1 season long, and it was actually really good. It was about like this fat woman, white woman, like existing in the world, and just like what it was like for her being a fat woman, and like how difficult, you know, some of the social expectations of her were being fat. Like I remember there was this one scene where a gym trainer like held her hand and was like, let me see if I can make this big. She was like, "Oh, there's a skinny person inside your body, and I can give that to you. I can make you skinnier, but like I just see a skinny woman inside of your body." Like almost making it seem like there's something wrong with her because she is fat, and that like her body showing up as isn't enough. Okay, right? And the fat positivity movement is very interesting. One thing I'd like to say is that body positivity and fat positivity are two different things. And I think a lot of people, a lot of freaking normies who aren't chronically online like I am, don't understand the difference between the two. Body positivity has always been love your body no matter what stage it's in. Feed your body emotionally, physically, spiritually, work out so that your body feels good, not to reach an unrealistic beauty standard, and love your body wherever it's at. Is it serving you to work out right now extensively? Or is it serving you to just do a walk? Or is it serving you to just meditate? However your body looks in those phases of your life, love your body at that point. That's body positivity. Okay? When Lizzo attached herself to the body positivity movement, she wasn't attaching herself to fat positivity. Fat positivity is a whole different thing. And I'm going to be honest with you. I have my issues with the fat positivity movement myself. Mostly how white women come in and they take up a lot of space in the had taken up a lot of space in the fat positivity movement, all the way down to the point where they were treating their fatness as if they were being discriminated in the same way a skinny, mid-sized person of color would be. That has always been my issue with fat positivity. Fat positivity was the health at every size. You know, I don't say the word fat in my house because it's a slur, and health culture is toxic, and to an extent it is. But that was like the more extreme level of like the self-love movement of, you know, both body positivity and fat positivity. They're not the same thing. And I get really, really annoyed when a lot of people sit up here and they try to conflate the two or intertwine the two as being the same. They are not. They are not. They are not. They are not. Okay. And like, you can cancel me if you want. You can. And that's okay if I say this, but if a doctor is telling you that you should probably live a healthier lifestyle in order for you to survive longer because you have a pre-existing condition, because you're on the track to getting high blood pressure, you have a heart disease, you have like an internal organ failure, then you should probably live that healthy lifestyle. You should probably eat healthier. You should probably exercise more. Okay. And I know the fat positive movement would like execute me for saying something like that. But if a doctor is telling you like, hey, and even doctors are a little weird with how they tell people to lose weight, right? But if a doctor is like, hey, you're on the brink of getting high blood pressure, you're on the brink of getting diabetes, you're pre-diabetic, you need to do these things. You are diabetic, you need to do these things. I don't think it's fat phobic to want to do those, like to do healthier, make healthier decisions with your body. Okay. Like I said, if the fat positivity crew wants to cancel me, that's fine, I guess. Oh, well, that's just my opinion. Right. But I remember the show coming out and it was really good. We saw how, you know, we saw some really like hot, like sex scenes in the show with this character. It was really cool. And it was just a good show. Also, sidebar, I like how the title is yellow and then like the cufflinks on her dress are yellow and her shoes are yellow. I like how, I don't know, it makes you pay attention to the title and the character, right? And so it ended at season 1. It didn't get picked up for another season. And I would have wanted it to get picked up for another season. But I watched it and it was good. She wrote this. Lindy, what's her name? Lindy West. Lindy West wrote this book. It gets a Hulu original series. And as of recently, it has come out that the man that she was married to, the husband that she's married to, I don't know if they're still together, but basically she forced herself to get into an open relationship with this man because he says that he's a chronic cheater and he feels more comfortable being in a polyamorous relationship. And in a lot of the interviews, you can tell that she was not comfortable with that. And a lot of the interviews, you can tell that she was not comfortable with the fact that, like, she was trying to make herself believe that she was comfortable with her man being in a polyamorous relationship with another woman that looks completely opposite to her. like body type, even like hair type. You know what I mean? Like clearly you can tell this. And I think there was like a Washington Post article about her husband, or like about her relationship with her husband. Yeah, like Lindy West was devastated by the polyamory. Bestselling writer cried when husband said he would date other people. Now they're all happily in a triad. Yeah, and a lot of people have been saying like they don't think Lindy West really wants this. They think that Lindy just kind of forced herself into this because she wanted to keep this man. Okay. And I could not help but make similarities to her and like how she was kind of received with I guess kid gloves. Like she was handled with kid gloves in comparison to Onyeka. And maybe this is a crazy analogy. Maybe I'm this woke. Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. But I'm just like, girl, you need to leave this man. You don't want to be in this polyamorous relationship. You're forcing yourself to be in this relationship. You're crying about this man cheating on you. He's not a good husband. He's mooching off of you. You're a best-selling author who had a Hulu original series made off of your book. You're like a feminist icon. You don't need this man. This man is embarrassing you. But like she's handled gently and we're like, oh my God, this is awful. I hate this for her. Oh my God, queen. But then like stuff happens to someone like in Onyeka and we're like, you dumb Delulu bitch. She is not handled with kid gloves. I'm almost convinced that if Onyeka looked a lot more like Lindy West, y'all would receive that story a lot differently. You would. Because, like, you know, women that look like me don't get a lot of grace in that regard. We don't. And this isn't really like an attractive thing. This is like a yeah, it's a race thing a little bit. I don't know. But I really hope she leaves this man. A lot of the girls online have been like, girl, you need to let this man go. He is not worth it. I hope she has like a healthy comeback too. Like maybe she makes a mini series or writes a book about like how this guy has traumatized her. But like she's happy in this throuple. But usually, and see, that's another thing about open relationships. Usually open relationships happen because one party in the relationship has already cheated. Or is thinking about cheating and the other party doesn't want it to happen. And it's never just two people that are cool with being in an open relationship and enjoying each other. It's never that. It's always like, I gotta do this to keep the relationship going. You know what I mean? But hey, if she likes it, I'm not gonna say I love it because I don't think she really is happy. Real talk. I don't know. If I was in a polycule, like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to be in a polycule. It depends on the setting. It would have to be like really, really queer. It'd have to be a queer ass polycule. And everyone has to be taken care of. But if you know what I mean. But yeah, I just couldn't help but make that similarity. And mind you, this is still me holding Onyeka accountable. Like, yes, she's very anti-Black. Yes, she was very xenophobic to her own race. Yes, she was chasing Caucasian dick. But like, what's the difference between her and this woman outside of those things? If you pull out all of those other things, like this man is playing her and she still wants to be with him. Like it's basically the same issue, you know? So I don't know. That's just something that came up. So we're at the 2-hour mark. I think I might leave. I think I might end things here. I didn't play Borderlands though. Maybe I'll play Borderlands for a little bit because I'm invested. But then every time I play Borderlands, I have to make sure I saved a decent amount of progress. But no, I gotta get good at this game. So yeah, I'm gonna play some Borderlands. Oh no, you don't gotta see my partner, so you don't have to see his stream. Yeah, but I don't know, that's just something I noticed. I also noticed that like when black women get like vulnerable, y'all don't like that either. Like vulnerable in the most authentic sense, like in the like as authentic as it gets, to the point where it's like you don't even like what they're saying, they're too negative. Y'all don't handle that too well either. But that's like a topic for another day because I can't talk about that right now. I want to play Borderlands. Okay. All right. Okay. I forgot how to shoot. Damn it. What's going on? Why can't I move? Okay. Oh, I gotta kill these things again? Oh. Where am I going? Ah. Ah. This game is making me stay on stream a way longer than I would like to. Oh my god. I want to go to Brazil so badly. Let's see here. Sick revolver.
Which is superior? There's pros and cons to each.
Oh, okay. So this one has more damage. I'm gonna drop this one. Yeah. Select. Um, no, I'm gonna let go of this one. Okay, Q drop. Okay. Keep out of this. E pick up. Tab. Let's look at this one. Why can't I use this? Amending TMP. Okay. I hope I picked it up. I hope. Okay. Okay, let's go. Alright, where do I go? Where do I go? I gotta go over here. I gotta go over here. Oh, let me go get some health. I don't have insufficient funds. No. Okay. Let's go. Run. What is that? I see a person. I see a marauder. I'm gonna Oh, I forgot I can shoot those barrels. Wait, oh my god. Shit. So many of them. Ah. Who's shooting me now? I'm out of ammo. Are you serious? Oh god. I have no ammo. I can't fight. Oh, I have grenades. Okay, G. Can I throw a grenade at them? I can't. Damn. You're using grenades during during FFYL. What is it? What? Okay. Oh, what? Why is there blood on me?
No more ammunition.
Oh no. Thank you. Wait, where am I getting shot at? Where- Oh, there they are. Fight for your life? Oh, I can't use grenades during fight for my life. No, okay.
I need more ammo.
I have no ammo. Okay. Damn it. Do I have them?
For the scratch. Please keep safe in your travels. 2 words, my friend. No refunds.
What type of gun is this? Highly effective for flesh, eShop, shotgun shells.
Lovely.
Okay.
Farewell, then.
Okay. Ah! Ah! God. I wish I can go in these caves or these huts. Are they cold over here? They're probably really cold. How did the world end up like this? What happened exactly? Were there aliens? Did late stage capitalism finally take over? Are we even on Earth? Is this another place? Okay. Okay. Okay, where do I go? Where do I go? I think where I'm supposed to be. I don't know where I need to go. I think I need to go where the N is, but I don't know how to get out of here. Do I? Can I jump over this? No. Okay. So I guess we gotta go over here. Am I gonna see a Balrog? Why did I call that a Balrog? That's a Street Fighter character, right? I hear music though. I hear music. The music is swelling. That must mean something. I got a taste of the peppermint. Is that a Balrog I killed? I don't know what these things are, but I know I killed it. Okay. I got a taste. Alright. So maybe I gotta go over here? Where I gotta go? How do I get over there? Over to the end. Alright, let me go. The catch ride? No, what is the catch ride? What is that? I don't know what that is. Where am I gonna find that? Southern Shelf. Okay, this is my boat. Where's Claptrap? I kind of miss that little bugger. What is the catch ride? What is that? I'm just trying to figure out where I gotta go here. Like what I gotta do. Who I gotta talk to. Cause this place is like, is this what I need?
Just attach the adapter onto the catcher ride, and I'll get you a free car.
Oh. Okay, sure. Okay, I got the catch ride. Or the adapter. So now I'm going to the catch ride. Yes. Is this it? Yeah. Okay. How do we eat?
Executing phase shift.
All right, do I get my vehicle now?
Wait a moment while I hack the catcher ride.
Okay, I'll wait. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my catcher ride.
Cool. Try requesting another car.
All right, so now what do I do? Spawn a V. Oh, what is this? Light runner. Okay. What? Okay. Wait, can I change the skin? Ooh, Onyx. Can I get a pink one? I don't want a pink one, really. I'll just get Emerald. Okay, enter. That matches Maya's outfit, right? White Runner NG. Okay, like, okay. To steer, use the mouse to look in the direction you want to go. Use W and S to drive forwards and backwards. Use F to boost. Press G to power slide. Mouse 1 and 2 to fire vehicle weapons. Press C to switch seats. Press Z to honk the horn. Okay. Oh, I wanted her to have the emerald one.
Should now be able to disrupt a car from any catch a ride station. Now use one to jump that gap.
How do I jump the gap? Oh. Okay, that wasn't how you do it. Okay, that's all right. We could try again. Oh. Okay. We're not driving well. Isn't this what you do in Fortnite? You drive cars. Right? You drive cars in Fortnite. Okay. Okay, how do I jump the gap? How do I jump the gap? Oh, okay. How do I use speed boost? I don't remember how to do this. Okay. Oh wait, no, I gotta get back in it. Oh wait, that's the wrong way. No. All right. Let me go get my vehicle.
Between you and us, that thing that killed you is a total dick. Please disregard this message if you commit mid-suicide.
Okay, so I think I have to press F. Oh. Why am I not moving? I'm not moving. Oh, that's because I'm not in the right seat. Okay, here we go. Am I going the right way? Is this how, okay, is this how Grand Theft Auto plays? I thought I'm supposed to press F. What? That doesn't work. Damn, I'm so bad at this game. No, I'm stuck for real. Oh no. Okay. This is why I don't have a car in real life. This is the exact reason. Oh no. Oh my god, I can't. There we go. Oh my god, I can't jump over it. Okay. How do I jump over the... Okay, maybe I have to go like really... Oh no. Oh no. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I have to go like really fast.
Period suggests that you do not think about the fact that your current body is only a digital reconstruction of your original body, which died the first time you respawned. Do not think about this.
I'm trying to see if there's like a move list for my weapon. I can't have access to my... Oh my god. Okay. All right, guys, 1 second. I'm gonna look up how to like jump over the thing. Okay, that's not how I do it. Do I like have to drive up? I don't know. Sorry, your sister called. It's okay. I'm just over here fighting for my life. I don't know how to hop over the ramp though. I hope your sister's okay. How's your sister doing? Maybe they can give me some advice. Oh. No. How do I get out of this? Okay, that's how I get out. That's good. Do you know how I jump over the ramp? I'm trying to get to like the help info, but like the pop-up, but I can't get to it. You gotta hit the boost. How do I hit the boost? The default button to boost the vehicle in Borderlands 2 is F. Okay, let me try it. Let me try it. Oh, okay. Okay. Whoa. Let's go back. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. No. Yo, how do I get out of this? Do I get out of this? Does my vehicle fall? Damn. This is my life. Oh no. Okay, let me just get out. It's stuck up there. I guess I'll go deploy another vehicle. What? Thank you. Ah, there we go. Shit.
So, go on, but I won't. But I can. Mention dignity. Easy, Flat Stallion. Easy.
Oh, jeez. They're called bullymons. Okay, why did I call them Balrogs? All right, let me get out of here. Anybody else want the smoke? Okay. Okay. Gotta get back into my ride. I'm gonna drive away. Oh my god, they're everywhere. I can shoot from up here? Okay. I like how I have infinity bullets, though. That's nice. I feel bad for this one. He was minding his business. Okay. Okay, now I'm getting the swing of things here. Getting the hang of things. I didn't know you can drive and shoot, so There's so many of them. I also like how I have unlimited okay. Whoa. Okay. Wee. Okay. Okay, is this how Grand Theft Auto plays a little bit? Oh wait, whoa. Who? Whoa! What the fuck? All these fucking bats? Are we for real right now? And they're just moving around? Okay. What is this? What are you? Who are you? What is that? Oh no, that's a baby. I ran over the baby. Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad. I'm running over the baby. I'm not supposed to be here. I just killed the whole family. I just killed the whole family. I feel awful. Okay, I don't think I'm supposed to be here though. I'm gonna go over here. Is this where I'm supposed to be? I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here. Oh my god, there's like so many of them. Was I supposed to come in this hot? I like how I have unlimited ammo. Okay, let me get out of this thing. Because I don't think I was supposed to come in this hot. Okay. Can I get loot? I'm like dying out here. I'm dying out here. Let me just change this. Okay, here we go. Okay. 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 Yeah. Hell yeah. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna go loot things. Why can't I jump up on this thing? What's going on? Okay. Okay, let's where do I go? Oh no. Here we go. There another one? Yeah, there's where there's one, there's a whole family. And there's bats. Why is there bats? All right, let me kill these and then. I like how there's unlimited ammo though. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. All right. I hear roaring. Ah! God. God, there's so many of them. Can I go heal? Am I allowed to do that? Do I heal? Thank you. Oh, there's a little baby one. A Monglet. What type of name is a Monglet? That sounds like offensive. Oh, I can run over it? I didn't know I could do that. Me and my Monglet. Monglet. Oh, can I get another? Okay, what is this? Can I get like another? I guess I could get a catcher right here too. Is this where I need to be? This is not where I need to be. I need to be... Ooh, I need to be over here? Go to Sanctuary? Okay. This is where I need to be. Oh, okay.
You're never getting into Sanctuary, you bloodshot skaglings. Hold up. You're a Vault Hunter. Just a second. Roy wanted to talk to you. Let me echo it. Oh, so you're the one I've been hearing all this radio chatter about. Name's Roland. I used to be a Vault Hunter like you. It's awful, the Crimson Raiders. We'll catch up when I get back to Sanctuary. For now, I need your help. My men tell me Corporal Reese has a return to power to keep the city shields running. Bring Reese back to Sanctuary, and you'll have earned your place in the Raiders.
Rowan's contacted you? Good. Listen to what he says. He can help us defeat Jack.
Okay. Find Corporal Reese. Am I gonna find more Balrogs?
Handsome Jack here, reminding you all not to worry your pretty
Balmons? Got a bully mong. That's what they are.
Order and safety for us all.
Okay, let me get back in here. Let me get back in here. Ah, ah. Why is there a wolf? Like, what are we doing? What, like... Where I have to go? Another one of these things. A spitter skag? Spitter skag. Okay, that's new. There we go. Alright, so I gotta go over here. Oh, there's another one? Where is it? Well, maybe I can leave it alone. Maybe it won't bother me. Oh. Can I get this stuff? Can I? I don't think I want that. Let me just see. All right, here we go. Whee! Oh wait, no, I'm here. I'm here. I think it's over there. Gotta go over here. No, it's not over here. I've discovered Marrowfield though. Oh. No! How'd I get out of this? I need my catcher ride. Oh, this sucks. Maybe they'll like hit me. Maybe they'll hit me and then I'll be able to. Oh my god, no. Okay. Okay. What's going on? What's going on? We gotta get out. We gotta get out. Okay, 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 okay. I hit a singing cactus. Where are the Balrogs? Or the bully monglets? I think I need to be here. Yeah, I need to be. Oh no. Get out of my vehicle. Badass psycho? What? What do you mean they have roided out psychos? That psycho looks big. Okay, here we go. Oh. That's handsome jerk. Not really. Okay. Okay. Well, I can't go in that way? I can't go in through here? Well, I'm supposed to be here. I think I'm supposed to be here. This is where I'm supposed to be. So is there something I need here? Something I need to pick up? Something. Get out. Let me get out and echo recorder.
Reese is in trouble? Find him, soldier.
Okay. Oh, shit. No. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, no. God, these fuckers. What? Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna just keep going. Oh, 30 below. No. Oh shit, am I back where I started? Damn it. I hear that couples now, like partners, are putting cameras in their partners' like houses so that they can keep an eye on them. That's terrifying. I don't think that's legal. Like spyware is being used as a new form of abuse, you know? That's kind of dangerous when you think about that. Spyware being used as abuse. Where people are putting like little orbs to spy on people in individuals' homes. Like little cameras. That's terrifying. I gotta go over there. How do I get up there? Am I in the right direction? Okay, I think I'm in the right direction. Dead Moira. Okay, back up, back up. Okay. Do I have to go up a level or something? Yeah, maybe I have to stay on the road. Where is this? Is this where I need to be? Oh, looks like the snow's melted here. Oh no. Look at these giant mushrooms. Ugh. Am I going in the right direction? Why does the objective look farther and farther away? Okay. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I have to go to the bathroom. So let me hit the... Ah! Okay, I'm just gonna put my camera up like this. Oh God, sounds off. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I've just been driving around. I don't know where to go. Okay. So I know I gotta go, I guess. Okay, so the moon glows. That's cool. You see that? The moon is glowing. That's awesome. Yeah, I have nowhere to go. I don't even know if I'm in the right spot. I'm gonna just keep driving. Oh, God. I can't deal with this right now. I gotta go. Okay, so I'm in the same spot, but I'm trying to find that, okay, tab. Let's go to the map. Catch a ride. I'm here. Area objective. I'm all the way over here. I'm all the way over here. Okay, hold on. Maybe I should turn around. No, get back in there. Get back in. Okay. No, that's not. Okay, let's go back. All right. Let me just keep driving and maybe I'll find it. Okay. All right, I got this. I think I got this. All right. I'm just gonna pull up the map. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna walk over here or drive over here. Drive over here. All right, and then I'm gonna see. Okay, so I gotta drive down here. I'm pretty sure I can get to where I need to go from down here, right? Okay, so I just had to go back down. All right, I see where I gotta go. These bully mongs wouldn't bother me so much. They're so annoying. There we go. All right. How do I can't even drive over one. This is ridiculous. Oh God, how do I get out of this? All for something I didn't need. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this. I'm gonna have to get another vehicle. Okay. Hold on. I need another hand for the breakdown. Leave it. Leave it. Oh, be my garden. I should take you out. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to make it. Darn it.
to remind you that there is only one thing worse than respawning.
Oh. Who was shooting at me? Oh. I just wish I could like die so I can have a second chance at killing the nomad. Okay, so I can have some health. There we go. All right, let me go get some health. I'm not feeling too hot, so I'm gonna go get some immunity.
For the scratch. Lovely.
Thank you. Okay. That's it? This is the place, right? This is the place I gotta get to? Now, how do I get to it? Do I need the catcher ride for this? Oh, I'm like really far away. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Where where do I need to go? What is going on? Why can't I drive over that? All right, here we go. There we go. Oh no!
Wishes to remind you that heroes die many deaths, cowards taste but one, or something.
All right. No. I'm lost. I don't know how to find Corporal Rest. I don't know if I need a catcher ride for that. I don't know how to get over there. Ooh. Oh no. I went in the water. Shit. That wasn't good. Alright, I'm not gonna get a catcher ride. I think I'm going to just...
Between you and us, that thing that killed you is a total thing. Please disregard this message if you committed suicide.
Okay, so how do I... Where is this place even? I'm like so far away. I feel so far away, but so close. I don't know how to get to this spot. I think I'm gonna end things here because I'm getting cranky. Like, I know that's where I need to be, but I don't know how to even get over there. Ugh. I'm gonna... I guess I'll get another catcher ride. Actually, no. I'm gonna end things here. All right, guys. I'm gonna end things here because I'm tired. So yeah, I'll play with you guys again probably next Tuesday. This Sunday, I'm gonna do some Reddit Story Sundays, and yeah, I'll play again with you guys on Tuesday and Friday of next week. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your night or morning. Happy Saturday. And I will see you soon. Thank you. Take care. Bye.